Hey everyone, welcome back to All Things Dodgers. My name is Alan Maurice. We've got a lot to talk about regarding the Dodgers offseason action we've got going on. Let's dive right into it.
Corks this ball, left center field. On an 0-1, hits one a ton, way back. Reyes fires, swinging a drive, deep left field.
Welcome back, baseball fans, to All Things Dodgers with Alan Maurice. If you haven't gotten the chance, and if you would like me to continue creating Dodgers content, please subscribe to my channel, leave a like on this video, click the notifications bell, and leave a comment down below regarding your thoughts on the Dodgers offseason so far. Well, before we start grading the offseason for the Dodgers, we have a test your knowledge question, and it's regarding Shohei Ohtani, the $700 million man in sports, specifically for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And if you are a Dodger fan, a baseball fan, or neither, you probably heard about Shohei Ohtani. And so we're going to ask a question regarding his contract. Here it is. Which baseball player's contract amount, the amount of money they received, was surpassed by Ohtani's recent deal with the Dodgers? Is it A, Mike Trout, B, Mookie Betts, C, Clayton Kershaw, or D, Aaron Judge? So we'll revisit that question at the end of the video. Take some time to think about it. But Shohei Ohtani, that's right, he is a Los Angeles Dodger, and I am thrilled. I am still processing this news. It's been, I think, 2 weeks, and I still can't believe it. I mean, I just can't wait to see him in the uniform in an actual game. We had the press conference where he put on the jersey. He has his 17 number. He talked to the media. There was some shots of him taking some swings on the field for photographers. But to have him on a field with the crowd chanting his name, hopefully chanting MVP if he does well enough for that this season, it's going to be great. It's going to be a showtime in LA. And I just can't believe that it actually happened. We've been looking forward to this for a long time. The Dodgers saved their money last offseason with this in mind. This was their long-term plan, and it has been brought to fruition, and I just can't wait. So just to go over the contract details, it's a 10-year, $700 million deal, record-breaking, huge amount of money. There are a lot of deferrals within that contract, meaning that in this case, the player will only receive $2 million per year throughout the course of that contract, and then will receive the remainder of that money once that contract expires. And what this does is it creates more financial flexibility for the Dodgers. Now they can go get Yoshinobu Yamamoto, or sign Lucas Giolito, trade for Corbin Burns, Dylan Cease, someone like that who can fill a major need. And so this, according to reports, was Ohtani's idea of the deferrals. And what that means, what that tells us, is that he wants to win. The Dodgers have said that they view the last few years as failures. They haven't won the World Series in a normal 162 regular season, and they want to achieve that goal. They feel like they've lost, even though they did win in 2020, but they view these past few seasons as failures, and Shohei Ohtani wants to win a world championship. He never even played a postseason game with the Angels, and so he wants to have that chance, which is, I think, a main reason why he chose the Dodgers. They're in the postseason almost every year, it seems like, at least for the past around 10 years, 11 years, and so he's going to have an opportunity in October to prove himself. And hopefully, he will be one of the pieces that pushes the Dodgers over the edge to have a deep postseason run. Shohei Ohtani is a two-way player, meaning that he hits and he pitches. But in this case, he happens to be one of the best in the game at both. He will not be pitching in 2024, but he will hit. He will be the Dodgers' everyday DH. And so, how will he perform as a DH? Well, looking at last year, he had a .304 batting average, a .412 on-base percentage, an OPS of above 1, so great there, and he finished the season with 44 home runs and 94 RBIs, despite missing some playing time in September due to injury. Those injuries are what are preventing him from pitching in 2024. He suffered a torn UCL in his right throwing elbow and got a surgery in September. He did receive Tommy John surgery earlier in his career, and so there is some injury concern there. And it makes sense. He's fulfilling the responsibilities of two players in one. It's a lot for the body to take on. And so it makes sense that he has these injuries. But the goal for the Dodgers and for Shohei is to recover, be ready for opening day as a DH in 2024, not pitch the whole season, but come into 2025 and hopefully beyond as a starting pitcher and a hitter. We're back to his two-way player status. And if that happens, it would be insane, especially if he returns back to his MVP form that he had both in 2023 and 2021. I mean, that would be just amazing. If you pair him with Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, like he will be in this lineup for 2024, that top three is so strong and so scary for opposing pitchers. Then you add in there Max Muncy, who hits 30 home runs a season, it seems like, and Will Smith, one of the best offensive catchers in the league. Like, that top half of the lineup is very strong and very formidable. And I just can't wait to see it in action. As a pitcher this last season, Ohtani made 23 starts. He had a 10-5 win and loss record with a 3.14 ERA, 167 strikeouts, and held opponents to a 184 batting average. So, one of the best pitchers, an ace pitcher when he's on the mound, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that on the Dodger Stadium mound in 2025. So overall, I would grade this as an A addition to the team, even though he will not be pitching this coming season. I think he provides so much life and so much energy in the stadium. The fans love him. He's going to be one of my favorite players, if not my favorite player on the Dodger already, and he hasn't even played a single game for them. He's just, people call him the unicorn. People say that he's a once in a sport talent, not even once in a generation, once in a sport, and I think that's absolutely true. He's doing things and breaking records that are surpassing what Babe Ruth did, the last notable two-way player in the majors. And so it's just incredible that he's now a Dodger. I can't believe it. The second notable addition that the Dodgers made were for Tyler Glasnow and Manuel Margot. It was a trade with the Tampa Bay Rays, and in return they sent over starting pitcher Ryan Pepiot and outfielder Johnny DeLuca. Now, Ryan Pepiot only played in 8 games for the Dodgers last season. He did well, a solid ERA, a very good ERA, around 2, with a whip of less than 1. Johnny DeLuca played in 24 games, so a small sample size. He did okay, 262 average, a couple home runs, only 6 RBIs, but he did have some really nice plays over there in center field and the outfield, especially during that Texas Rangers series. But overall, I think what they are getting in return, the Dodgers, is going to be very beneficial, and it's going to fill roles that were vacant as of before this trade going down. For example, Tyler Glasnow, an ace pitcher for the Rays, and before that he did well for the Pirates, and I think he's going to do very well again for the Dodgers. Looking at his stats for 2023, he made 21 starts only, and there's a reason for that. We'll get into that. 3.53 ERA, 162 strikeouts, and held opponent batters to a 209 batting average. So great pitcher when he's on the mound. Looking at his percentiles, whiff percentage, which is how often batters swing and miss, in the 95th percentile. K rate, or strikeout rate, 97th percentile. And just to throw this in there, extension, which is how far off the mound he gets when he's pushing off to throw a pitch, 99th percentile. This guy is already 6'8", and to have all that force pressing off the mound toward a batter has to be terrifying. But this is just a very dominant pitcher, someone who can miss bats, someone who can get strikeouts, and someone who is just dominant. He has a fastball, a slider, and a curveball. That's all he needs, because he can just really fool batters and blow them away with the fastball and just the amazing amount of movement on these pitches. So very encouraging move from the Dodgers, especially considering the needs in the pitching rotation that were very apparent and evident in their early and disappointing postseason exit in 2023. I would give this trade an A- though, because of Glasnow's injury concerns. He did have Tommy John surgery performed on him in 2021. He's fully healthy now. He says he feels good. He had some oblique concerns, back concerns as well last season, but he says that he's feeling healthy, he's feeling good, and he hopes that he can have some fully healthy seasons ahead of him for the time that he's with the Dodgers. Before an extension, he was going to be just with the Dodgers for this 1 year, same with Manuel Margot, but Glasnow will now be with the Dodgers for at least 5 years with an option for 2028. So he signed a $136.5 million extension. As far as Manuel Margot, he will be with the Dodgers for just this one season in 2024, and I really like this addition. He will most likely be platooning with Jason Hayward in right field, so Hayward facing right-handed pitchers and Margot facing left-handed pitchers. If you look at his splits versus lefties, he has a .277 batting average compared to a .258 batting average against righties. So it makes sense that they would platoon him. Both of them are stellar defenders in the outfield, and they both have experience. They're both veteran players. Margot also has postseason experience as well. If you remember, he did play against the Dodgers with the Tampa Bay Rays in that 2020 year, the shortened year. And overall, solid player, solid addition. He fits a role on this team, on this roster, and he hustles. He's a good player, fun guy, works hard, and so I'm really looking forward to seeing him as well on the field at Dodger Stadium. So overall, just looking at the offseason additions, subtractions, and movements, overall for the Dodgers, I would give them a B- or B. I would say that because they still need to add another pitcher, whether that be Yoshinobu Yamamoto, or trading for Dylan Cease, Corbin Burns, bringing back Clayton Kershaw, signing Lucas Giolito. They still have to do something because that rotation of coming back from injury, Walker Buehler, Bobby Miller in his second season, and then you have Tyler Glasnow, isn't the strongest of rotations as of right now. It's an impressive one because of the high heat that they bring on the velocity on their fastballs and all of that, but there still needs to be some more stability there. And I think adding another one of those pitchers, as before mentioned, would add some more stability. So they still have work to do, but what they have done so far have been big moves, big splashes, and things that are very encouraging heading into the 2024 season. Now, coming all the way around, let's revisit our Test Your Knowledge question. It was this right here. Which baseball player's contract amount was surpassed by Shohei Ohtani's recent deal with the Los Angeles Dodgers? Is it A, Mike Trout, B, Mookie Betts, C, Clayton Kershaw, or D, Aaron Judge? The answer is A, Mike Trout. Before the 2019 season, Mike Trout signed a $426,500,000 contract for 12 years with the Angels, and still one of the greatest players, at least when he's on the field. But Shohei Ohtani, also one of the greatest players, if not the best player in the MLB, signing a $700 million contract. That amount is insane, and I'm so glad he's a Dodger now. So thank you everybody for watching this video. Please, if you would like for me to continue making Dodger related content, subscribe to my channel, leave a like on this video, click the notifications bell, and leave a comment down below. What do you think of the Dodgers' moves so far during the offseason, and what do you think they should still do with the remaining time before the season starts? Thank you everybody for watching. Go Dodgers! My name is Alan Maurice, and I'll see you next time on the next episode of All Things Dodgers.